the conversation you're having with yourself right now. That voice inside your head, the one that's been telling you what you can and can't do, what's possible and impossible, that's the key to your transformation. And let me tell you something extraordinary about your brain. Every single thought you think creates a biochemical reaction in your body. Every single word you say to yourself fires and wires specific neural networks in your brain. When you wake up each morning and tell yourself, I'm not good enough or I can't do this, you're not just having a thought. You're programming your neural circuitry to create that exact reality. Let me lay out exactly what you're going to do for these next 3 days. This is your protocol for transformation, and you need to follow it precisely. These 3 days are going to be different from any other days you've lived before because you're going to be conscious of every word you speak to yourself. Let's start with your morning ritual. The moment you open your eyes, and I mean the very moment before you check your phone, before you think about your problems, before you do anything else, you're going to place your hand on your heart. This physical gesture tells your body it's time for something new. In this state, between sleep and wakefulness, your brain is most receptive to new programming. For the first 20 minutes of your day, you're going to speak to yourself with intentional, powerful words, not just in your head, but in a whisper or soft voice. Today is the day I break free from my past. Today, my new life begins. Every cell in my body is awakening to a new possibility. Feel these words. Let them sink into every cell of your body. During these morning sessions, you must maintain absolute focus. If your mind wanders to your problems or your to-do list, gently bring it back. This isn't meditation. This is active brain programming. You're laying down new neural pathways. You're creating new patterns in your neural circuitry. The afternoon reinforcement, between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m., your brain goes through another receptive period. This is your second window of opportunity. Find a quiet place, your car, an empty office, even a bathroom stall, if you have to. Take 5 minutes to reconnect with your morning declarations. Here's the crucial part. During these afternoon sessions, you're going to add physical movement. As you speak to yourself, walk with purpose, move your arms with intention. Your body needs to feel these words. Remember, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your entire state of being. Throughout the day, you need to catch your automatic negative self-talk. The moment you hear yourself say, I can't, or this is too hard, stop immediately. Replace those words with, I am capable, or I find solutions easily. Don't let a single negative thought slip by unchallenged. Every thought matters. Every word counts. The evening protocol is where the magic of consolidation happens. Between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m., your brain naturally begins to process the day's experiences. This is when you review and reinforce. Sit quietly for 15 minutes. Place your hand on your heart again. Review your day's victories, no matter how small. Speak to yourself with gratitude and anticipation. Tell yourself, today I created new neural pathways. Today I stepped closer to my new reality. Tomorrow will bring even greater transformation. Feel the truth of these words in your body. Let the emotion build. This emotional state is crucial for neural consolidation. Here's why these timing windows are so critical. Your brain operates on natural cycles of peak receptivity. By aligning your self-talk practice with these windows, you're maximizing the impact of every word you speak to yourself. You're working with your brain's natural rhythm instead of against it. During these 3 days, you must maintain what I call state management. This means being constantly aware of your emotional state. If you feel yourself slipping into old patterns, use your breath and take 3 deep breaths and remind yourself, I am in the process of transformation. Every moment is an opportunity to reinforce my new reality. Keep a small notebook with you. Every time you catch yourself in negative self-talk, write it down. Then write down its replacement. This isn't just busy work. This is creating a physical record of your transformation. It's making the invisible visible. Each night before you sleep, review these notes. Speak the new, empowering statements one last time. Let them be the last thoughts in your mind as you drift off to sleep. Your subconscious mind will work with these thoughts all night long. Remember, these 3 days are not about perfection. They're about direction. You might slip back into old patterns of thinking. That's normal. The key is to catch yourself faster each time and redirect your self-talk immediately. This is a full immersion experience. You're not just changing a few thoughts. You're creating a new neural architecture. You're building new neural networks that will support your new reality. Every word you speak to yourself during these 3 days is either reinforcing this new architecture or falling back into old patterns. Don't underestimate the power of these specific time windows. They're like portals of opportunity where your brain is most receptive to new programming. Use them fully. Make every moment count. These 3 days can literally reshape your brain's circuitry if you follow this protocol with unwavering. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your body when you begin this new pattern of self-talk. This isn't just a mental exercise. You're literally changing your biology with every word you speak to yourself. Your body is a complex chemical factory, and your thoughts are the factory manager. When you achieve heart-brain coherence through positive self-talk, something remarkable happens. Your heart starts producing a rhythmic pattern that scientists can measure. This isn't metaphorical, it's measurable electromagnetic energy. Your heart actually has its own nervous system, sending more signals to your brain than your brain sends to your heart. When you place your hand on your heart and speak to yourself with kindness and power, your heart rhythm becomes more ordered, more coherent. This coherent state sends signals to your brain that say all is well. Your brain responds by reducing the production of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This is why you feel a physical sense of calm and power when you speak to yourself with intention. But it goes even deeper. As your stress hormones decrease, your body starts producing what I call the chemicals of possibility: dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphins. These aren't just feel-good chemicals. They're signals that tell your genes to express themselves differently. You're literally changing your genetic expression through your self-talk. Think about this. Every cell in your body has receptors that respond to these chemicals. When you tell yourself, I am powerful, I am capable, I am worthy, you're not just saying words, you're creating a cascade of biological changes. Your cells begin to vibrate at a different frequency. They literally tune themselves to a new energetic signature. This is why people who master their self-talk often report feeling physically different. Their energy changes, their presence changes, even their facial expressions change. They're not just thinking differently, they're becoming biologically different. Your cells are always listening to your self-talk. When you consistently speak to yourself with power and purpose, your cells begin to expect these new chemical states. They start to crave the feel-good chemicals instead of the stress chemicals. This is how lasting transformation happens at the cellular level. The energy frequency of your cells changes based on your thoughts and words. When you're in a state of fear or doubt, your cells vibrate at a lower frequency. But when you shift your self-talk to words of power and possibility, your cellular frequency increases. This isn't mystical, it's measurable quantum physics. When your cells vibrate at these higher frequencies, they become more efficient at everything they do. They communicate better, they repair themselves better. They even replicate better. You're literally upgrading your biological software through your self-talk. This is why consistency is so crucial in these 3 days. Every time you catch yourself in negative self-talk and shift to positive, intentional self-talk, you're not just changing your mood, you're changing your biology. You're teaching your cells a new way of being. The reduction in stress hormones also has a profound effect on your immune system. When you're not flooding your body with stress chemicals, your immune system functions better. Your body can focus on repair and regeneration instead of constantly responding to perceived threats. Remember, your body doesn't know the difference between real and imagined stress. When you tell yourself, I can't handle this or this is too much, your body responds as if you're in actual danger. But when you shift your self-talk to, I am capable and I handle challenges with ease, your body responds by creating an internal environment of strength and resilience. You're not just changing your mind, you're changing your entire biological system. Every word you speak to yourself is either moving you toward optimal cellular function or away from it. There is no neutral self-talk. Every internal dialogue is creating biological change. Let me tell you something vital. When you start this new pattern of self-talk, your body is going to fight you. You'll feel uncomfortable. You'll feel fake. Your mind will try to pull you back to your familiar patterns. This isn't weakness. This is your body's chemical addiction to your old emotional states. Your body has become addicted to your familiar emotional patterns. It's been getting regular doses of certain chemicals, stress, worry, self-doubt, and like any addict, it's going to demand its fix. When you start feeding it new chemicals through your new self-talk, it's going to resist. This resistance isn't just psychological, it's biological. In these moments of discomfort, remind yourself this feeling of resistance is actually a sign that change is happening. It's like muscle soreness after a workout. It means you're breaking down old patterns to build new ones. The discomfort you feel is the sensation of your neural networks reorganizing themselves. You might hear a voice in your head saying, "This isn't working," or "You're fooling yourself." Recognize this for what it is, your old programming fighting to survive. Your old self-talk patterns are like deeply worn paths in your brain. When you try to create new paths, the old ones will call to you. They'll feel more comfortable, more familiar, right? Here's what's really happening. Every time you resist the pull of your old emotional addiction and stick with your new self-talk, you're strengthening new neural pathways. You're literally building a new brain. The discomfort you feel is temporary. It's the labor pain of your new self being born. Watch for the signs of transformation. They might be subtle at first. You might notice you're sleeping better. Your energy might shift. You might find yourself spontaneously sitting straighter, breathing deeper. These are signs that your new self-talk is taking root at a biological level. The wall of doubt you'll hit around day 2 isn't a sign to stop. It's a sign you're breaking through. This is when your body's emotional addiction is fighting hardest. This is when you might feel tired, irritable, even want to quit, push through. This resistance is your old identity dying and your new identity being born. You'll know transformation is happening when you start catching your negative self-talk faster, when you find yourself automatically redirecting to positive, empowering self-talk without conscious effort. This is your new neural pathways getting stronger. This is your new programming taking hold. Remember, discomfort is temporary, but transformation is permanent. Every time you feel resistance and choose your new self-talk anyway, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your brain's physical structure. You're literally becoming a different person at the cellular level. The key is to stay committed, especially when it feels hardest. When every fiber of your being wants to go back to old patterns, that's when you're on the verge of breakthrough. That's when transformation is closest. Don't let temporary discomfort rob you of permanent change. This isn't about feeling good all the time. It's about staying committed to your new self-talk even when you don't feel good. That's what creates lasting change. That's what builds permanent new neural pathways. That's what transforms your biology forever. When you transform your self-talk, you're not just changing yourself. You're changing the entire field of possibilities around you. This isn't just personal development. It's quantum transformation that affects every aspect of your life and everyone around you. Watch what happens in your relationships. When you speak to yourself differently, you show up differently. People will begin to respond to you in new ways. They'll sense the shift in your energy before you even speak. Your presence alone will begin to influence rooms you walk into. This isn't magic. It's the power of coherent energy affecting your quantum field. In your professional life, opportunities will begin to appear that weren't there before. Not because the world changed, but because your new self-talk has attuned you to possibilities you were blind to before. You'll find yourself making decisions with more clarity, speaking with more authority, leading with more confidence. Your new internal dialogue creates new external realities. Your health will begin to shift too. When you change your self-talk, you change your stress response. Your immune system strengthens. Your sleep deepens. Your digestion improves. People often report that chronic conditions they've struggled with for years begin to shift. This isn't coincidence. It's the power of your new biology expressing itself through quantum entanglement. Your transformation affects the field of infinite possibilities around you. Every thought you think, every word you speak to yourself sends ripples through the quantum field. You become a broadcast antenna transmitting new frequencies that attract corresponding experiences and opportunities. You'll start noticing synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem to support your new way of being. The right people will show up. The right opportunities will appear. Doors will open that you didn't even know existed. This isn't luck. It's quantum mechanics in action. You're literally tuning yourself to a new frequency of possibility. Your new self-talk isn't just changing your mind. It's changing the very fabric of your reality. You're no longer the same person who started this process. Your DNA is expressing itself differently. Your energy field is vibrating differently. You're becoming someone who naturally attracts different experiences. This is why this work is so crucial. You're not just changing your life. You're changing the field of possibilities for everyone around you. Your transformation becomes a catalyst for others. Your new way of being creates a template that makes it easier for others to transform too. This is how real change happens in the world. One person's transformed self-talk at a time. Right now, in this moment, you stand at the threshold of transformation. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right now. Every moment you wait is a moment you're reinforcing your old patterns. Every second you delay is a second you're choosing your old self over your new possibilities. Tomorrow morning, when you open your eyes, you have a choice to make. Will you fall back into your old patterns of self-talk, or will you begin the most important conversation of your life? The one that will literally reshape your brain, rewrite your biology, and reconstruct your reality. Here's exactly what you'll do. The moment you wake up, before your feet touch the floor, place your hand on your heart. Feel its rhythm. Take 3 deep breaths and begin your new dialogue with yourself. These words, with every ounce of conviction you possess. Today, I step into my new reality. Today, my thoughts create my new future. Today, I become the person I know I can be. Don't just say these words, feel them in every cell of your body. Let them vibrate through your being. Let them shake loose everything that no longer serves you. Your old stories, your old limitations, your old self-talk, let them fall away like autumn leaves making way for new growth. The universe is waiting for you to make this decision. The quantum field is ready to respond to your new energy signature. Every cell in your body is poised to begin this transformation, but you must take the first step. You must begin this new conversation with yourself. Think about where you'll be 3 days from now. Think about who you'll be. Think about how different your world will look when you've rewired your brain with 3 days of intentional, powerful self-talk. Think about the ripple effects this will have in every area of your life. This isn't just about changing your thoughts. This is about changing your destiny. This is about stepping into the version of yourself that you've always known was possible. This is about becoming the person who naturally attracts success, health, love, and abundance. The time is now. Not after this session ends. Not after you've prepared more. Not after you feel ready. Now. Begin this new conversation with yourself now. Let this be the moment you look back on and say, that's when everything changed. That's when I began to create my new reality. Your new life is waiting. Your new self is calling. Your new reality is ready. All that's required is for you to begin this conversation with yourself right now. In this moment, let's begin.